Hello there. Hi. You must have walked in when I was in the back baking. How can I help you, sir? Of course. That's no bother at all. Well, I'm here to help you today. I'll be looking after you. Is this your first time at the Sky Tavern? Wonderful. Well, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I see you found a really cozy spot here next to the fire. And you've got a view as well to be able to look out into the endless sky beyond. What brings you here today? You're a storm catcher? No way. I have been desperate to catch up with a storm catcher lately. Where's the rest of your crew though? Normally when I get a storm catcher in here, there's lots of them. Oh, I see. Alright, and then they'll come pick you back up. So you'll be here for a little while then. You'll need a little sleep. Well, make yourself restful. I've got blankets and all sorts in the back. So I have actually just been baking. Yes, do you like cakes? Well, I've just got a fresh batch of cakes. My little special recipe that I think you'll like. Of course, I can do tea, coffee, we've got beer as well. Oh, it's just a pale ale. It's just a local pale ale from one of the towns below us. Yeah, it's good though, it's nice, it does the trick. Refreshing enough. I've got bread, I can make sandwiches, I've got scones as well. Okay, that's no bother at all, I can get that. I must be feeling, with all that mail company and your storm catchership, you'll be looking for different company tonight. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll go and get that sorted for you. But after a break, I think about now anyway, and since it's really quiet, I'd love to come and pick your brains about some of the stories from your travels. Is that okay? Alright, well I'll get that sorted for you and I'll be back in just a jiffy, alright? Okay. Some fresh bread for you here. Yeah, I'll just set it down beside you. You sure you didn't want any butter with it? Okay, if you're sure, yeah, of course I'll set that down there and I'll be back with your beer and cake as well. And I've got the goods. I'm just gonna move this. I've got a little stool here. I'll just move this here. Okay. And I can sit right here next to you by the fire. And I've got a little table there as well. I can put this on. I'll put the beers down. I'll give you that in a second. But wouldn't you like to smell this? It is delicious. Well, they've got flour, they've got sugar, some brown sugar, and some castor sugar, just because I like to be sweet, you know. And then they've got a little something, a little secret of mine. They've got butter. They've got a vanilla essence in them. And then for the most important part, they've got chocolate. So they have a special chocolate. It's a local chocolate I get from one of the towns below up in the valleys, and it is as beautiful as a mixture of white and milk. And then there's white, and then there's like a sort of crunchy sort of nugget type thing as well that I put in it, and it's just delicious. And then I put a little bit of I sprinkle some melted white chocolate on the top, and they're cut into the perfect bite sizes. You don't want to eat too much, but there's about near enough 20 little pieces on there. So, of course, I'll put this down and you help yourself. You can take as many as you like. I know I'll be helping myself. Okay, I'll set that there because I know you've got your bread. Here. Yeah, that's the pale ale. What do you think? Take a swig. Is it good? Well, cheers. It's grand. It's grand. Oh, so I am so rude. I never even got your name. I went straight into excitement mode. You can tell sometimes we don't get a lot of people up here. I rely on the big ships to come in. Or, so yeah, some of the sailing boats as well. They come up here. Yes, just like the travel between towns. But I love getting a storm catcher or a storm ship. There's just so many stories. Let me just have a quick look. Oh yeah, no, we're okay. I thought I heard somebody there in the back. It's probably the wyverns. Yeah, we do get wyverns up here. They're always after any of our spares that we've got. They often sit at the back door. They fly up here, loiter around the back door. So, I'll toss them a bone or two from a broth after I've used it. But we've never had a dragon. I would love to see a dragon. Have you seen a dragon? I've heard it must have been magnificent. Yes, they only stay in that mountainous region. No, I've heard. I've never been so lucky to go that way. I hoped one day maybe a dragon would come past, but my mother told me not to be so stupid because a dragon can burn down our little tavern, you know. I mean, yeah, the wyverns have got fire as well, but the wyverns are not. It's like a little kitty cat compared to a dragon. They sometimes set a couple of things alight at the back and we just pour a bucket of water over it. It's no bother at all. But I would love to have seen a dragon. You are so very lucky. You know that? So very lucky. I think I'm gonna try a little piece of this, you know. See? Okay. I don't mean to sound completely up myself, but that is delicious. I think you're gonna like it. I think it's my best batch yet. So what a special day this is. Yeah, it's good to hear we're feeling a little bit better. the storm a couple of weeks ago, the lightning always hits the taverns in the sky. You know, it's not just us, a couple of other stops in the sky as well. They always get hit. It caused damage to one of that area, like see, like right there to the back where the rooms are. Went right through the roof. There was a flooding and everything. It was such a horrible storm. But I don't mind storms up here, you know. It's better up here than on the ground. Up here, yeah, you do have the slight movement. The whole tavern rocks. A little bit like a boat in the sea, you know. But you just feel, I don't know, you just feel safer up here than down below. Because there's absolutely no risk of falling out of the sky. It just doesn't happen. So, I don't know, it's an enjoyable experience, you know. Looking out into the endless sky, the endless clouds, watching the rain and the lightning. I do often like to look in the conservatory at the towns below, you know. Especially when we move. I love it when we move. Oh no, we don't stay here for too long. Yes, we get moved, we get towed to another location. That's why I'm hoping I see a dragon. I'd love to go down that end of the continent. But yeah, we've been here for a little while. We'll probably be moved again soon. But the town below is lovely. It's nice, and we hear from them quite often. They send little sailing boats up, you know, with their supplies. And I've been down a few times to visit. Have you been down there before? You're just too busy on your ship. That's understandable, so do tell me. What position are you on your storm ship? That is so exciting. I know you said you're a storm catcher, but to be in the position of a lightning collector, I just think that's incredible, you know. That is so exciting. Do tell me more. So, like, how do you collect the lightning? Do you put it really into glass bottles? Wow. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm like a kid in a candy shop here. I'm so excited to learn about this. Indeed. I can imagine it's a very dangerous job. Yeah, how many of there is on your ship do the actual lightning collection? Okay, so it's a fair few, yeah. Yeah, of course, so you can rotate. No, that sounds great. Right, okay. I know, I thought they would maybe pay well, you know, it's a very dangerous job like that. And how often are you on the boat and how often are you off? Oh, 11 months of the year on the boat. You get 1 month off. And occasional stops like this. Okay, I understand. I mean, that's a long time to be on the ship, you know. A very long time. Interesting. Just making sure. My mother is upstairs sleeping. So I'm looking after the tavern today. If she catches me chatting too much, she goes off on one, and I just cannot be bothered with it today, you know. I don't think there's... Oh, I know. Some of us just don't have luck all the time, you know. Do help yourself to this. Take one. You're gonna love it, right? Just take that bite. What do you think? Oh, it's so good, isn't it? So good. I'm glad that you like it. I'm really glad that you like it. It must be my lucky day. Just talking about luck. Oh, we often get this older gentleman in here. He must be the unluckiest man that I know, that I've literally ever met. If every single time he comes in here, he comes in a gloat because he is literally just gotten the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow every single time. He never misses it. He is always in the right spot. He sees it and he goes for it. He's got a little single boat. Yeah, it zips, I think, as fast like a speedboat. And I think he zips all the way through the sky, you know, and crashes right down onto the earth and gets that pot of gold. Oh, he's carried it in here many a times. I think there's something fishy to him, you know that. I think it's impossible to always be the one that gets the gold. Maybe he's like a secret little leprechaun or something. That's what my guess is. Maybe he's maybe kidnapped one or stolen one, and the leprechaun's helping him. Yeah, my mother says I'm ridiculous, but it's just, you know, when some of us out here, you know, just scraping by, and you see somebody like that, just, one day, the rainbow will end here at this very tavern. I call it now, and I will get that pot of gold. No, I've not always wanted to be a barmaid, no. I would have loved to have joined your storm ship, but it's, male only. Oh, are you? I did not know that. You're allowing all genders now. That's news to me. I better tell my mummy that. Maybe there's time yet for me to come and train and join a storm ship. It would be amazing. Sorry, my conversation's not particularly relaxing. I know that you're here to relax and settle. That's why I'm trying to be really quiet, you know, with my talking. But I realize that I'm just like, just rambling on into your ear, and you'll be like, woman, get out of here, you know. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying the company. That makes me feel all the better. Oh, I do love it in this little position. I love to like look out, and I think I'm gonna make another batch of cakes. Or maybe scones. I'm almost out of my scones. Do you have a preference for scones? I've got enough. I think I've got enough ingredients to maybe do. I could do like a fruit scone, a plain scone, a cheese scone, or a maple scone. Any of those tickle your fancy? I'll do that then. I'll do that later. Well, when do you think you're gonna get picked up? That's a while. Are you sure you don't want a room? We've got a few available. You sure? You happy here? I'll absolutely get you a blanket in a moment, of course. And you can just settle on in there. I know it's nice with the fire and, it's beautiful, beautiful. You know, I just can't resist another little. It's so good. I know. I was thinking if you want a nap, do you want a bedtime story? I don't really have any good ones I can think of. I need to have a little think in my head. I'm assuming you've heard all the standard ones, you know, like the mouse, the one that had saved all his fat up for winter, and it was stolen by his little friend. There's the fairies in the woods. You know, the little fairies. the one where there was a kingdom far, far away. And the king was a little bit naughty. He'd been a bit naughty and he hadn't fulfilled some of his promises to the kingdom. So when his first daughter was born, it was customary at that time for the fairies to come one by one, and they would bestow a gift upon the little baby. Well, because this king hadn't quite stayed true to his word, the fairy that was a little bit annoyed with him decided to bestow her gift on the baby, and that was when she reached the age of, I think it was 16, 17, just like an adult. On that birthday, she was going to prick her finger on a spinning wheel, and she would fall into an endless sleep. And not even just that, not just she would fall into an endless sleep, the entire kingdom was going to fall into an endless sleep. So they got rid of every single spinning wheel in the entire land, like literally everything. They got rid of it all. And they were thinking, we fooled this fairy. And they were completely wrong, because fairies always find a way. Always remember that. Never cross a fairy. Because when she reached the birthday, she opened the door to a random room, and there was a little old woman spinning this golden thread. And she was so mesmerized by it, the little woman said, "Come on over, come on over. Why don't you try to spin this golden thread?" And she did, and she pricked her finger, and the entire kingdom, the whole castle, fell into a deep sleep. And the castle, for a long time, there were thorns, and nobody could get past into this castle until many years later, it became this, a little bit of a fairy tale, like a bedtime story. And this young prince thought that he could be the one to go in and visit this castle. He could be the one to try and get through this big thorn wall. And many had tried before and had been unsuccessful, but he was a bit greedy and he was a bit ambitious. And he was just strong enough to do so. So he managed to get his way all the way through into the castle, went into the top tower, and saw this beautiful little princess lying there fast asleep. And he immediately fell in love. He kissed her on the lips. She awoke. The entire kingdom awoke. They got married, and it was happily ever after. That's the end of the story for you. Aren't you so pleased that I shared that with you tonight? Well, I better leave you be. You're looking quite tired, like you need to really lie down now, of course. Well, it has been my pleasure. I'm going to go through and pick those scones. I'm going to put that blanket on you. And if you need anything, you just holler my name, okay? It's Lauren, by the way. Lauren. Yes. Pleasure to meet you. You just holler my name, and I will come running. But in the meantime,